carry now for Alexander Madison. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. They go play action now. Haskins got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Minnesota.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The tackle made by
a nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
From the 39, Haskins buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Back to the air, Haskins after the pick 6. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy...
He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Touchdown. And his defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass.
Yes.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Haskins will throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And 4.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term, they just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Madison. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up
2nd and 11 now.
At the 43-yard line.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Haskins. This is Johnson. He's got it. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Over the middle to Smith. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Second and a yard on the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Haskins back to the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Play action. Haskins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. So out comes Justin Rohrwasser in the field goal unit. 21-0 our score after 1.
Justin Rohrwasser on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's a gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Chris Carson.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Wilson with the handoff to Chris Carson. He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
On 3rd down. It's Carson, and he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going up top. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Vikings 3. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Again, it's Haskins. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
56.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
First down.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
2nd and 8.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Flush to his right. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. From the gun, Haskins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Number 87.
From 8 yards out. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
Extra point.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on.
Is good.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
For a Seahawks.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Justin Rohrwasser set to kick off.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A gain of 3, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Simmons on the stop.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
To throw is Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. His defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
A yard on the play. And it's third down.
On play action, Haskins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They'll run on first down. Carson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now it's Carson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Escaping the pressure right.
Number 3, Russell Wilson on the keeper. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On third down, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal. Well, looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And this time he is in. Chris Carson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns, running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone. We saw evidence of that on that play.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Seahawks 52, Vikings 10. Michael Dixon to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
It's so tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Jordan Brooks with it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about